Hello, welcome back to Conversations We Must Have About Marriage. And today I'm going to be asking a question. And this is directed to those who are in a relationship and thinking about getting married. So the question I'm going to be asking you today is, why are you getting married? One. Second question, two questions actually. Second question, why have you chosen that particular person? So it's something that I want you to think about. And sometimes people think they have it figured out. Oh, I know why I'm marrying this person. This person is kind. This person is gentle. I've never seen this person angry before. This person is patient. Oh, the most popular one. This person is God fearing. God fearing. And the definition of God fearing for some people is that the person can quote scripture, the person is it teaches Sunday school, or the person is a minister in church, or the person prays in tongues. And that is what God fearing is to some people. Nothing about character, you know. I see sometimes on social media, like a popular person comes and maybe the person starts talking about God, and they're, I didn't know that this person is godly. I didn't know that just because somebody made a statement and put Jesus inside, that just, for some people, oh, it shows that this person knows God. And so some people, they go, oh, this person is God fearing, you know. So the follow up question to that is, let's even assume that your reasons are that this person is kind, gentle, patient, generous. Those are brilliant traits. Those are lovely virtues. But the question you want to ask yourself is, are you seeing correctly? This person that you say is God fearing, for instance, how has that impacted them? What's their character like? So, aside going to church, reading the Bible, speaking in tongues, quoting scripture, how is their character? Is this person gentle? Is this person kind? Like, kind. Is this person kind? How does this person respond when he or she is angry? Have you seen them respond when they're angry? Do they value you as a person? Or are you just, because for some people, marriage is an end in itself. So they are not getting married to build something with you. They are getting married to be married. And so once the marriage is achieved, they are done. Every other thing that comes with the marriage, maybe children, sex, of course, they will have the benefits, but they are done. They are not doing anything with you anymore. They are not. I remember someone telling me one time, this person said, well, marriage is a reward. If you've been a good girlfriend, then your boyfriend can reward you with marriage, and once he has married you, what else do you want? People are going into marriage with this mentality. So imagine that you're a girl in a relationship with someone like that, and you're thinking, oh, once we get married, we'll build together, you know we'll have this, we'll support each other. And this man is like, okay, I know what women like. She wants to get married. Once I marry her, that's all. And then he marries you and doesn't have time for you. He doesn't want to do anything with you. He gives you money. Please don't bother me. So you really need to be asking yourself the question, why am I getting married and why am I choosing this person? Right? So marriage as God intended it. I mean, there's so many reasons, and I can't pretend to know all the reasons for marriage, but marriage is a beautiful thing. The marriage that God had in mind is a beautiful thing. So marriage is not the problem. The people who come into marriage, because they're coming with their traumas, they're coming with their baggages, we're human beings, we're all flawed. So we come with our imperfections. And many people are not willing to look inwards and say, how am I contributing to the problem in this marriage? A lot of people focus on their spouse and say, this is the reason I'm not happy in this person is the reason I'm not happy in this marriage, right? So if you're in a relationship, it's a good time for you, because ideally a relationship is not supposed to be, something you lock yourself in and say it's do or die. It's supposed to be an opportunity for you to gather data, gather information about this person you're planning to marry. All right. So you want to be asking yourself about. So the first question you even want to ask yourself is, do I even know who I am? Do I even know where I'm headed in life? What is it that God made me for? Why did God create me? Why am I here on earth? Understanding your God's plan for you on earth is the most important thing you must do before thinking about getting married. And the reason I say that is because many people marry um before they even realize who they are. And so they marry people who eventually cannot walk with them on life's journey. So imagine, for instance, that maybe God is calling you as a woman to business, or God is calling you to, say, the arts, and you marry a man who believes that the place of a woman is in the house. The woman should be in the kitchen, she should be looking after the home. My mother did not work, so I cannot marry a woman who works. And that is the man you want to marry. But God has intended that you would go out there, make an impact, and then you marry this man. How do you think you will fulfill God's purpose for you, right? Or you're a man and maybe God is calling you to preach the gospel. You might be working in the bank at the moment, you might be in IT, telecoms, or something, but you know that God is calling you. And you're marrying a woman who is saying, I can never marry a pastor. Like, what is your plan? Like, how much of your energy, prayer time are you going to devote to, oh Lord, convince her, God, convince her, as opposed to knowing this is what God has called me to do and then asking the Lord to bring the person who is aligned with you. So the first question you want to ask yourself is, who am I? And this person that I am choosing to marry, have they got what it takes? Is this person emotionally mature to work with me? Does this person even have any resilience at all? Is this a loyal person? Is this someone who understands what commitment is? Is this somebody who has the spiritual maturity? Does this person value the things that I value? Many times we focus on the feelings, and that's what some people call love. So they say, oh, I'm marrying her because I love her. I'm marrying him because I love him. But what they are calling love is, those feelings, those butterflies that people get. But those things will wear off. And then the reality of the choice you've made will stare you in the face. And so the question you want to ask yourself, if you're in a relationship and you're planning to marry someone, is, if this person doesn't change, so maybe the person is somebody who doesn't have self-control, this person is womanizing, or maybe this person um, has an addiction, maybe a drinking addiction, and you're like, oh, they will change, they will change. Or maybe this person has serious anger issues. Maybe they've even hit you, but they always come back and say, I'm sorry, I don't know what got over me. And you're like, okay, we will pray and God will change this person. If this person doesn't change, or maybe this person lies a lot or steals your money, or maybe somehow they are not, they're not proud of you, maybe they make statements about how they are doing you a favor, in very subtle ways, how they are doing you a favor by choosing you, and then you find yourself striving to make yourself worthy enough for this person. Do you really want to spend the next 10-20 years of your life living with behaviors, attitudes that you cannot bear? So that's the question you want to be asking yourself, and that's what I want to leave you with today. So ask yourself, why am I getting married, and why have I chosen this person to get married to? I hope this has been helpful. I'll see you next time. Bye.